Daniel, remember, be hospitable. Daniel? And offer a drink, remember?
We're only watching a DVD. It's no big deal. Go, quickly. And don't talk to her, all right? Just go.
Have a good time. Where did that come from?
That lipstick tastes of bananas. I like bananas. Sorry.
Don't be. Slow down. There's no hurry, is there?
No. I know. I thought you wanted
Just
to...
relax.
Sorry, I have to go for a wee now.
Glasses. It's no good. You'll have to turn round. I can't see a thing without them.
Okay. Shut up!
Daniel?
I'm not listening. I'm not listening!
Daniel?
Don't come in! Don't come in! Shut up. You're lying. Shut up. You're lying!
Daniel? Hello? Oh, bugger, you're on time.
Yeah, terrible habit, I know.
Okay. Robert,
can't do it.
Remember why we're doing this?
Yeah, your book.
It's not just for the book, it's meant to be helpful for you. You've got to think about these kind of places.
Do you blame me?
No, but it's unhealthy to keep it bottled up. Maybe this will help to get it out of your system. You were a nurse up in Manchester, weren't you? I wouldn't have thought hospital will hold that many terrors for you.
Yes, but I was in A&E and geriatric, not psych. I was helping people, not locking them up.
Are you okay?
What do you think?
Talk about it, describe it.
The smell of disinfectant to disguise other smells. Squeaky shoes on squeaky floors. Needles. Is she a doctor or a patient?
A junior doctor. Hi, Julie.
What was the reason for you being sectioned? Wasn't it something to do with some kind of accident?
I don't feel too good. Can I sit down?
Of course, I'll get a glass of water. He said something was listening.
You'll have nothing but stumps if you carry on doing that.
It's not nice when they think you're bunkers and you're not, is it?
No.
There's this guy on my back. He's real, but they don't believe me. They're trying to make him go away, but they can't. They never will. Who's that young man over there?
Daniel. He's quite floridly disturbed. Hallucinations, visual and auditory. Persecutory voices. He's a very interesting case. Maybe even your territory.
Why does he do bad things all the time and I get the blame?
Who?
Daniel. Not me, Daniel. Daniel, too. He's this...
Look, I think he's getting agitated.
That's enough for today?
No, I wanted to stay. Let us stay. Don't go. Don't go, please.
all right,
please
Daniel.
don't go. Don't. They won't listen to me. They come back and see.
Daniel, I'll come back. I'll come and visit you, I promise, okay?
Shut up! Some of us are trying to get some sleep in here, you know?
Almost from the time he could talk, it was Daniel 2 this, Daniel 2 that.
His invisible friend, growing up alongside him.
The school psychologist did all these tests. Said it was a phase he'd grow out of. He didn't.
I used to have to buy 2 bags of sweeties, 2 lots of pocket money.
He'd say Daniel too would get angry if you didn't. And Daniel too would hurt him.
Psychotherapists, psychoanalysts.
He'd fluctuate. Sometimes he'd be fine for days, weeks. Other times it was unbearable.
You know, when you wake in the middle of the night, terrified, but it goes away. They say schizophrenia is like that, but it doesn't go away. It stays like that day in, day out. It's like living in your worst nightmare.
When he's screaming, sometimes I pray to God I never see what he sees.
Did you ever confront him with evidence that he harmed himself?
He'd always blame Daniel too.
And if you disagreed with him, he'd get violent, so you didn't confront him on it at all. You accepted it. And at school, he'd make friends, of course, when they knew they'd run a mile. Frankie didn't. She stood by him.
Oh, thanks very much, but I'm not hungry.
It's not for you. He doesn't eat, but he doesn't like to be ignored. Can you see him? Can you see him right now?
No. No, I can't.
Good. Because if you'd said yes, you'd be lying. Because he isn't here now. He won't come out while you're here. The meds make me eat a lot. Dr. Sharma says it'll stop the voices. He said I haven't got voices. I've got him.
Is Daniel his real name, or is it a name that you've given him?
I don't know.
Is he someone who's died?
I don't know! Oh, no! I don't know anything. If I did, I'd tell you, wouldn't I?
Do you know this woman?
Yes, she's a colleague of mine. She's just about to leave.
Look, I know that people are telling you that Daniel's schizophrenic, but that is not necessarily the case.
Alison.
Please, will you listen to me? There are certain people who can see, talk to spirits of the dead. They're not imagining it.
Who is this woman? Who are you?
I'm someone who's trying to help your son.
My son is ill.
Look, I'm very sorry if we've offended you both. I think we better go. That went well.
It did, actually, until you lot came in.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming down here? Alison, the boy is mentally ill.
Oh, and the scratch. How can you do the scratches when he's gnawed his fingernails nearly down to the bone?
It's psychosomatic, dermographia. It happens in highly stressed individuals. Dr. Sharma is doing everything she can. Alison, psychiatrists can be right. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah, she's cramped. It's okay. I'm all right. I'm okay.
Well, have you eaten? My place is 10 minutes away.
So that you can observe me some more.
No, so I can make you a sandwich.
Bollocks to a sandwich. Have you got any Calvados?
When I was a therapist, I used to say to my clients, when you cross the gangplank, you leave daily life behind.
Who do you think you are, Captain Pugwash?
Sorry, it's a bit of a tip.
I've been meaning to do some work on it, but I never seem to get around to it.
So you used to be a therapist. Why did you stop?
Because a lot of the time it smacks of middle-class indulgence. I'm lying. I wasn't very good at it.
Oh, is this why you say what a nutter I am?
You're welcome to read it if you like.
Nah, cheers.
You know in your bones Daniel's a schizophrenic, don't you? But you can't admit it, because if he is, what does that make you?
You're right. You are a crap therapist.
That's very good. It's very funny. Please. Take a seat. The other day you were about to tell me about your accident.
Oh, was I?
I'm not your enemy. I'm trying to understand if there's something, some experience you went through.
Went through. You want to know what I went through? Okay. Okay. I'll tell you what I went through. I died.
When was this?
1999, somewhere between Preston and Manchester. Literally. On the train tracks, to be precise.
Well, what happened? Alison?
I was coming back. I was coming back from a funeral, from my Auntie Vi's funeral.
She was the one who first told you you had powers as a child.
Yeah. She understood me. She was the only one. I want to go now.
What do you remember? Anything?
Mobiles going off. You know, like, God, what are those insects called, you know, in cowboy films?
Cicadas.
Cicadas.
And that's when you thought you died.
No. I knew I'd died. Because I was being dragged down a tunnel towards light. And then I saw Vi. And she said, "What are you doing here, Ali? You shouldn't be here. You go back. You've got work to do."
I believe you. I've read a lot of accounts about this kind of experience. The brain is starved of oxygen, rush of endorphins, euphoria. The cells dying around the rim of the retina, causing a tunnel sensation.
No. There was a reason that I wasn't allowed to die. I was given a second chance so that I could help spirits to be free. Even if it means not being free myself.
Why aren't you free? Alison, why can't you be free?
I want to go. I want to go now.
Alison, look. Let's wait and see if the drugs make Daniel any better, okay?
Drugs don't make the spirits go away, Robert. They just make you terrified of them.
In the bathroom. It wasn't me.
No, let's be honest.
No, I mean, it really wasn't me.
There was no one else there but me and you, Dan.
But did you see me do it?
No, but...
What did you see?
The door opened and I just felt a bang on my head and I fell on the floor and...
Well then. Well then. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's him. It's him.
Daniel, he only exists because you're not well. Remember that.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Hey, you're going to get better, yeah? Next time I'm down from college, we'll hang out. Have a real laugh.
Don't ever be frightened of anything again, will you promise me?
Is he dead, that actor? Is he alive or is he dead?
Daniel?
Get out of here. Go.
Daniel,
Can you hear me? Go. Say get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. No. Go. Get out. Get out. No.
It's obvious he's not responding. Let's keep the sedative at the same dose and up the olanzapine to 15 ml a day.
What are you doing?
I'm praying. Praying for our son.
Christopher, what if there are such things as restless spirits?
Our son is sick, Sheila. There is no other possibility. Accept it. Now, please, please don't ever raise this subject again.
Have you seen Daniel too?
No, I haven't.
Do you think my son's telling the truth?
I think that he's telling the truth as he feels it.
What does he want?
Daniel?
No. Daniel too.
I have no idea. I came to Daniel because I thought that I could do something, but perhaps you're talking to the wrong person.
Look, I don't care what my husband believes. I don't care what the doctors believe. I don't care what you believe. I just care about my son. Please, help him.
I'm not sure that I can. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We don't think dream characters are real because we can discriminate between mental events, i.e. thoughts and feelings, and events in the world, i.e. you sitting there listening to me now. This is called source monitoring, but people who see ghosts, like schizophrenics, are statistically very bad at it. They believe in that subjective experience as truth. And in the case of mediums, use it to great social and interpersonal effect, but we'll get on to that next time. Get an early coffee, that's all for today. Thank you. Christopher, hello.
So you believe in all this claptrap?
Not at all, but I'm interested in human beings, belief systems, delusions, and that's what I study.
The scientific mind, how glorious.
Look, I understand your anger, and I don't blame you, but in fairness, Alison came back because Daniel wanted her to come back.
I'd like to know exactly how you think a woman like that could possibly help my son. Schizophrenia is a brain disorder.
Well, it may or may not be organic. We don't know. I mean, it can lie dormant and then kick in with hormones or a viral infection or stress.
It's a chemical imbalance.
Yes, I believe it's a chemical byproduct of environmental influences.
You believe?
Yeah.
Well, science can teach us everything, it seems, except the most important thing of all, how to live our lives.
And what happens after it, if anything?
I'm absolutely certain what happens after death, Dr. Bridge. That's why I think life is so precious. A blessing. Every child, however imperfect, is a special gift.
See Daniel too. Daniel's schizophrenic, isn't he? You said it yourself. He's vulnerable, and I might have made it worse. I might have colluded with his madness.
Well, you've learned from it. You've grown. Forget about him.
No, I can't. I've got to go and see him. I've got to talk to him. I've got to... Daniel? Daniel, it's Alison. Can I come in? It's important. Tell me.
I didn't do anything! It was Daniel 2! Daniel 2 did it! It wasn't me! It wasn't me! It was Daniel 2! You don't believe me! It wasn't me!
But don't you think you're just saying that supernatural belief is high in people who've had a supernatural experience? Isn't it more interesting to ask which came first, the chicken or the egg, the belief or the experience? You didn't want me just to dot the I's and cross the T's, did you?
Did you ever?
You know, I miss our sessions when the whiskey came out after Josh had gone to bed.
You can mention his name, Barb. I'm not going to collapse like a house of cards. Now, I think I need to insert something about confirmational bias. Flesh it out a little.
Robert, do you ever feel you want to talk properly? I don't mean to me, I mean to somebody.
What was that? Alison, shit, what happened?
I've seen him. Look at me. Look at my face. Look at what he did. Are you happy now?
Just take it easy. Take a few deep breaths.
You think you're so clever. It's all in the mind. You almost have me believing you, you shit. And look at me. Look at my face. Robert, will you listen to me for once in your life? I've never seen one like him. I looked into his eyes and there is nothing there. It's like he's not dead and he's not alive. I don't know what he is.
Don't worry, it's going to be okay.
Don't worry. They've got that poor kid locked up for his so-called safety. He's not safe. Daniel 2's got him exactly where he wants him. Now listen, you've got to talk to those idiots. You've got to make them understand.
No, Alison, you've got to understand. Daniel is a dangerous, violent patient. Did Daniel do this? Did he?
Who are you?
Barbara Sinyard, his boss. Hello.
Oh. Fantastic. Another psychologist. It's exactly what I need. Daniel didn't do this. It isn't in Daniel's head, and it isn't in mine. Okay?
Yeah.
Robert, I've got a bit of a problem here. Your friend's at the hospital and she won't leave.
Shit. Okay. Yes, see Dr. Sharma. She's expecting me.
I see what Daniel sees, and because Daniel is blitzed with drugs, Daniel 2 is more powerful than ever.
Alison, I don't think you're qualified.
Now, I don't want an intellectual debate about this. Your son is almost already destroyed by this,
Alison, calm.
thing.
She's deranged. How can a person like this be allowed through the doors? It's totally irresponsible.
He's in the seclusion suite. He's been sedated. He's in no danger.
No, he is in danger. Look what Daniel 2 did to me. I've seen how malevolent he can be.
Rubbish, that's rubbish.
Stop it, stop it, stop it. Sheila, Daniel 2 is with your son now, I swear. If he's not with him, then he very soon will be. Please, please, please help me to stop him. How can I? No! You've heard Daniel talk about Daniel 2 all these years. Please think if
there is no Daniel 2!
There is! There is! He's here. He's here now. He's in there. Who is he? I don't know if he's human. All I can feel is his rage.
Get some nurses. I'm going to have her removed.
Daniel! Daniel!
I can't help him.
them, you help them, please.
Oh my God, Sheila, you know who he is. Who is he? Oh, tell me, Sheila.
You know! Daniel! Daniel!
No, Sheila, help me. Think if there's something you know, then tell me. Let me help your son.
Daniel! Daniel! He's in there! He's in there now! He's in there now with your son! He's in there now!
Sheila, he's going to hurt your son. He's going to kill your son. You've got to stop him. You've got to help me stop him now.
Please, please, please open it! No! That's my son!
Okay, Elsie, come with us.
Robert! You wouldn't know me as a 19-year-old. My head was all over the place. Boys. I wasn't a vicar's wife in those days. I had an abortion. Gone, part of me. Then when I met you, what attracted me? What I needed so much was that faith, that strength, that moral certainty you wore like armor. I meant to tell you at first. Then I heard you giving your views on the subject of how life was God's alone to give and to take. I wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. I wanted to admit it to myself, but I couldn't. I lied to myself. I kept it inside. I was young and weak and scared and stupid. What I did wasn't wrong. But denying he ever existed was. I was his mother. I am his mother. Do you forgive me? Do you forgive me?
I can't live with a person who can commit that kind of act.
Then you can't live with me.
You have quite a gift to pick up on a latent sense of guilt and draw it out of her like that.
And that explanation satisfies you, does it?
All through Daniel's childhood, she may have told him about the other Daniel in all sorts of subconscious ways she wasn't even aware of.
Sometimes all spirits want is to be acknowledged and then they can move on.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, are you sure you want to? I thought you wanted to keep me here. I didn't exactly see you rushing to my defense.
How? What was I supposed to
Oh
do?
no, please stop, Robert. You're a tosser. They're tossers. But you're an even bigger tosser. Because I trusted you. I thought that you were different. But you're not, are you?
Mrs. Raby.
How are you?
You know the only reason I'm doing this with you, don't you?
Tell me.
Your child.
I'm sorry, I have to go.
Look, all you have to do is open the door to the possibility.
No.
After all you've seen today.
Especially after all I've seen today.
Okay, well, I won't give up.
For Josh's sake.
Josh's sake, please.
He's trying to contact you, but he can't. That's why he's doing it through me. Someone who can reach you.
And what makes you think you can reach me? She says she sees Josh.
Start believing in the brilliant new series.
It's a living death.
She's holding the key
And sometimes it makes...
to life's ultimate mystery.
What do you want with me?
I had this beautiful, perfect thing, this...
Some say there's no such thing.
Oh my God.
Afterlife, next Tuesday.